Hey guys, this is Nick Taliaferro here from Genuine Saab, and we've got this 9.3 NewGen 900 rear 5-door window regulator that's broken. We don't want to replace them all the time, so we worked up a neat little machine piece that Steve's here going to show you how to fix.
Okay, so we've disassembled the door and actually pulled the regulator out, and as you can see it's been pretty tore up, which is what normally happens. They almost always break right in the same position. So you're pretty much looking at starting out with this. So you want to take your screwdriver here. You can pretty much just, for the most part, pop this right out. And there, you may have to flip it over. It's just got a little clip right here that makes it clip on there.
You'll want a little meaner screwdriver.
There we go. So basically you just clip this part out. As you can see, it's pretty broken right there. So, and you'll also notice that this is another part of this. Now when it breaks, it leaves a piece of plastic wrapped around this. You'll have to actually cut all that plastic off. So just take a pair of clippers or something and get in there and just kind of clip all that off of there and get rid of all the plastic. You'll actually need to keep this piece for the repair kit. So now we've got that cleaned. Our track looks nice and good. And you may just because it would probably work a little better, you may take a rag or something, clean your track off and grease it a little bit. But we'll move on to our actual repair kit. Now this is the part itself. As you can see, it looks a little similar to the broken part, but it should be a quick, easy fix. Now what you're going to want to do is take this and this piece with the pocket back here, you just want to just tilt it on there like that, and it'll sit in the track. You can see it moves nice and free. You want to take one of your springs. Now you want both of these off the rollers. There's rollers on either side. You need both of them off to be able to actually accomplish this. Now for this step, you're going to need a couple pairs of pliers. And I always just keep a couple on hand just in case you need one or two more. You never know how this is going to actually go. So your best bet here is take this spring, compress it down. And you just kind of want to take your other pair of pliers and lock onto the cable. Keep it from unwrapping. Sometimes that slips out of there. Then you just kind of want to slide the spring on and get your pliers pulled back far enough to where that spring will sit down in there. And of course there's a couple ways to do this. You can always find the best way, what works best for you. But then you just set the other spring in. They should lock in there. And remove your pliers. So that's what we're looking at now. We've got two compressed springs. And then you just take your piece and you set it on there. And I found the best way to do this part is just set it in there and then reach in and push those springs out of your way. That way you can actually press this piece in where it's supposed to go. This kind of takes a second, but you'll feel it once that spring starts getting out of the way. It'll just kind of slide into place and hold your cables in. So there's what you're looking at now. You've got all your basic stock setup is back together. You've got your springs with the cable and the new piece. Now on this part, what you're going to do is you're going to want to take your factory part, and you just kind of set it on there like that. And you're going to need a hammer. I've got my hammer right here. Just a nice hammer, you know. Nothing too crazy because it should pop in there fairly easy. Then it'll bottom out, and you'll see this little clip here will line up with that pocket. Once that's in real good, you know it's good. Nice and firm. Okay, so there's your part assembled, ready to be put back on the window regulator. So what you want to do here is just slide it on there on the track. And then what I've been doing is what you'll do is these rollers, these green rollers on either side, they have this little notch, and that's to help you get the cable around the stop here. So just snap that one in. And you're going to want to go over to this side. This is the complicated piece here. You want to kind of get that cable in that notch. Start rolling it around. Once you get it started, you take, this is what these trusty little pliers are for. Just going to take and turn that roller. This might take a little bit of work. This is kind of a complex part of it.
You'd have to know the one that we're doing on video is going to be the one that's a pain. Using another method here, but working just the same.
Okay. Long story short, that was the slightly more difficult way of doing it. The sad part is I've done 2 of these today already, so, and neither one of them were as bad as that one. Okay, so now as you see, we've got the cable in both rollers, and if you pull on the cables, you can see they've got nice amount of play, just like the factory ones did. And your part is free to slide. So all you do is hook it up, reinstall it in the car, and you're good to go. There's your fix.